Hello everyone, it's Mike from Downtown Comics, and I'm here to go over all the new comics releasing on Wednesday, October 11th, 2023. Before we get started, as always, downtowncomics.com is the place to go for the new release list, which will allow you to look at all the comics and covers that I may not have on the table, or if you want to check in on something you saw on this video. Like, subscribe, and share is always appreciated as well. Let's get started. Feels like every week is Halloween in October. I don't know why, but it is. If you're a horror fan, you've got it good right now. A lot of horror comics. So, but we'll start with Marvel. All right, Amazing Spider-Man continues its arc, and it must be one of those Disney weeks. So we have a new Disney cover. Get that. Brand new Avengers. Brand new Blade. All right, so Captain Marvel has a new miniseries starting up. She's going to get her own book again here in a couple of months, but we're going to do a miniseries first. And again, one of our first Halloween-y themed books, Capwolf is back. Capwolf and the Howling Commandos. I don't know if this is a one-shot or a miniseries right now, so yep, that's fun. We have one of our facsimile reprints. This is the famous Daredevil 183 with the Punisher cover. I honestly don't remember if the Comics Code allowed bullet exit wounds back in the day. So I don't know if this is the actual original cover. I mean, it looks like it does, but yeah. Did they allow that back then? There's a Comics Code. Guardians of the Galaxy number 7. That's new. We have a reprint of Invincible Iron Man number 9. Which is a very important issue if you're following the Fall of X stuff. Magneto hits number 3. Our Moon Knight City the Dead miniseries. This may be the last issue of that. And also Moon Knight. We get a nice reprint of some famous Werewolf by Night battles with Moon Knight. Not his first appearance. So you're going to get the 1980s run, 29 and 30. And then some stuff in Solo Avengers, Mark Spector Moon Knight, 52 and 53. So some other famous Werewolf by Night battles that you may not know about, all in one book. Miss Marvel, her miniseries gets a reprint. That's a second printing of number 1, in case you missed it. Our newest Silver Surfer miniseries hits number 2. That's a cool cover. Spider-Man India, number 5. That may be the end of that miniseries. Dark Droids, number 3. That. And Mandalorian. Oh, Ahsoka shows up in Mandalorian, finally. So that is following the show. And the Superior Spider-Man returns. So, if I understand this right, this is a one-shot that's going to lead into a mini-series. So, yeah, if you were a fan of Superior Spider-Man, you may want to check that out. Venom. And Wolverine. Hulk guest starred last issue. Now Captain America is back in Wolverine, so that's fun. And then X-Men Red is going to round out our Marvels for this week. So good Marvel week. All right, on to some independents. And again, lots of horror here. So our first one, Vikings. That's right, Zombie Vikings. Welcome to Riverdale. Part of the Archie Horror. Undiscovered Country, number 26. Space Usagi. And this is a one-shot for Space Usagi. Scorched is going to be our Spawn book this week. From Ablaze, we have a manga storyline called Saint Seiya. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but you can check that out. Rick and Morty. Freaky Friday, I think that's a one-shot. New one from Dark Horse called Operation Sunshine. We have Kill Your Darlings. That's a second print of number 1, in case you missed that one. House of Slaughter, 18. Another horror book, Hunt for Skinwalker. That's number 2. It's horror plus aliens, you know. So, Garbage Pail Kids, they're back with a new miniseries. And in case you're wondering, this should have released a couple weeks ago, but there was something wrong with the copies that were sent out, so Jeff Lemire said, destroy them. And so this is the newest version. So if you're waiting on Fish Flies #2, it's finally out. We have a new one from that's from Top Cow. Top Cow, Destiny's Gate. So this is a new one. Looks interesting. Looks time travel-y. Dark Stalkers, the Japanese manga-esque, I think, video game? I'm not sure. I know the property, but that's from Udon. All right, and then we got just a row of horror. Creep Show #2, that excellent miniseries. #2 of that. We have Boris Karloff, so that he had an old book from Gold Key back in the day. I assume this is like maybe a reprint of some of the famous short stories, or maybe it's a reprint of just one of his titles. I mean, he had a title that lasted years, so. But if you're a fan, pick that up. Bloodborne, the latest miniseries. Army of Darkness is back. So Army of Darkness Forever. So if you're a fan of Ash, you can jump on that. And then probably the IP that I don't know that I'd ever seen a comic for, but American Psycho, the famous movie with Batman. Before he was Batman. Yeah, that's getting a comic. So I don't think it's adapting the movie. I think it's new stories. So, all right, we'll have more independence at the end, but let's move on to DC. Batman and Robin, the new book. That hits #2. And it has quite a few different covers to choose from. Green Lantern hits #4. And as part of our expansion of the Justice Society universe, the Golden Age Sandman, Wesley Dobbs, he gets his own book. And this looks fun. I'm gonna have to read this. I like this character. I haven't read much about him, but yeah, that's awesome. Superboy, #6. The Superman Lost miniseries hits 7. And our World's Finest with our Teen Titans from the older days. That continues with #4. And then we're going to complete our War of the Gods reprint. So this is the 4th issue. So now that whole miniseries has actually been reprinted if you want to collect that. And lastly, a new Black Label title, Batman City of Madness. So I don't know how many books this is, but it is Black Label, so it's oversized. And let's finish off our independents. We have a new Mad Magazine. The Hunger and the Dusk, #3, fantasy. My Little Pony. Gru in the Wild, that's #3 of that. 2 Sonic books. We have Sonic the Hedgehog 65. And then even Sonic gets a Halloween special. It's a one-shot. And then our Star Trek Halloween miniseries. This is weekly now, so this is #2. So you're going to check on that weekly. Star Trek Halloween. Our Turtles get a Halloween special. And our Turtles also get a new miniseries teaming up with Usagi Yojimbo. So that's a new one that's going to start up this week. And one more Turtles book, the Street Fighter miniseries. I think it was only 4 issues. This is probably the last one. There you go. So plenty of Halloween-themed comics for everyone if you're a fan. And lots of Turtles, lots of Marvel, and everything else in between. So thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate you. Like, share, and subscribe, and you have a great day. Bye-bye.